Dad, this is Tom Thumbleton.
So this is Dan's boy. How are you, Tom?
How do you do, Mr. Harmon? I'm fine.
Pip, I've a little more work to do here. You take Tom right down to the boat, and I'll join you as soon as I can.
All right, Dad, come on, Tom. We're going fishing today.
Oh, really? Thanks very much, Mr. Harmon.
Before the week's out, Pip and I will have made a fisherman out of you. See you down at the boat.
Bye, Dad.
Duffy, bring the week's takings, will you? Look after things while I'm away, Duffy.
Look after things yourself from now on, Mr. Harmon.
The Magic Boomerang.
The ancient legend of the Dreamtime people tells of a magic boomerang. When this strange boomerang flies in the sky, all time will stand still. Whoever has this boomerang has a great power.
Connect me with the mainland.
Number, please.
9-3. Jack, we're in business. Yes, I've done it. I have the boat waiting, and I'm leaving now. Be ready in the car for me.
You are, Pip.
Why, Tom?
Why? Living on a tropical island, swimming, fishing, water skiing.
Always eating fish and coconuts. It's always too hot. There's nothing but sea all around you. But boy, you know, you've really got the life.
What do you mean?
Living on a farm with sheep and cattle. Riding to school on the horse every day.
Who was that man with your father in the office this morning?
Who, Duffy? Oh, he just sort of works for Dad. Just part of the place, you know. What's that?
This. It's a boomerang.
I know that, but what's it doing here?
It's mine. I packed it in.
What do you want a boomerang on a fishing trip for? Sort of a lucky charm.
Yeah, sort of.
Hello there.
It's Duffy. Duffy, what are you doing here? Where's Dad?
He's not coming.
What do you mean?
Just that. I'm sorry to be the one to disappoint you, Philip, but some extra work came up for him. I'm going to take you instead.
You?
Well, don't look so disappointed, boy. I'm an expert fisherman too, you know, and I think I can promise you an even more exciting trip than your father had planned.
It's very good of you to want to take us, Mr. Duffy. We haven't been introduced. I'm Tom Thumbleton.
Oh, very pleased to know you, Tom. Well, let's get underway.
Aye, aye, sir.
That's funny. He never told me he was a fisherman.
Maybe you never asked him. Come on, we're going to catch a big one, especially for your dad.
Want to try?
I'd love to.
Keep us straight on this course. I'll go and see how Duffy's going with the line.
What are you doing? We seem to have a little tangle.
Little? How did you get them into a mess like that? They were all right when I unpacked them.
Well, they aren't now, are they? Perhaps you'll have better luck.
I can try.
Everything all right, Tom?
It's harder than you think, Mr. Duffy.
Oh, just needs practice, that's all. At the moment, you've got us almost heading back the way we came.
What? And I thought...
Allow me.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Duffy.
Oh, no need to be, Tom.
You know a lot about boats, don't you? How long have you lived here?
Mr. Harmon bought me along with the hotel 15 years ago.
Bought you?
Oh, just a figure of speech, Tom. I've worked for Mr. Harmon ever since Philip was a baby.
You mean Pip?
Philip Harmon Jr., a chip off the old block. They called him Pip because 2 Philips in the family was confusing. You don't know the Harmons, then?
Oh, my dad used to go to school with Mr. Harmon, but I hadn't met him until today.
Today? A pity it had to be today.
Pardon?
Oh, nothing, Tom. You're a nice boy. I'm sorry it had to be you.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand, Mr. Duffy.
You will. You'll learn. Harmon did.
Silly old fool.
Oh, me?
No, not you, Tom. Duffy.
That's not very polite, is it, Pip? Matter of fact, I quite like him.
But look at this.
Can I help?
No, I've almost finished now. How'd the steering go?
Terrible. Do you know I had us heading back to the island?
How'd you do that? When I left, you were doing fine.
Beats me. Mr. Duffy's at the wheel now, though. He's got us on course. Where are these fishing grounds, anyway?
Well, look, that's the island there. Just northeast there. Pretty good fishing grounds, too. Dad and I go there quite often.
And Mr. Duffy?
What about Mr. Duffy?
Well, doesn't he go with you, too?
Oh, no, Tom. I didn't even know he fished until this morning. You know, I don't know that he does.
Now, what makes you say that, Pip?
Well, if he's an expert, as he claims, he wouldn't have got these lines in such a tangle.
But why should he lie about it?
Well, maybe he wants to get in with Dad by taking us out.
You don't like him, do you, Pip?
I don't care one way or the other, Tom. Just old Duffy to me.
Well, I don't think you're very nice to him. I don't suppose that's any of my business.
That's right, Tom.
I'm sorry, Pip.
Well, look, what are we arguing about old Duffy for? The lines are ready, we're near the fishing grounds, so let's enjoy ourselves.
All right, promise you show me how it's done?
All right, come on.
Hang on a sec, you're caught. Pip, maybe this isn't any of my business either, but look at this.
Only Duffy would take a satchel on a fishing trip. That's money.
Money explains the briefcase, but what explains the money?
These checks, they're Dad's.
Oh, what would Duffy be doing with them?
Well, that's what I'd like to know.
Oh, couldn't he be taking them somewhere for your father?
No, not on a fishing trip.
Oh, could he intend to bank them on the mainland?
No, we've got a bank on the island. You don't think he's stolen it, do you, Tom?
You've known him all your life, Pip. You think he'd do a thing like that?
Oh, no, not Duffy. He might be a bull, but he's not a thief.
Oh, I agree. But all the same, there is something odd about him. Just remembered what he said to me up on the deck.
What?
Something about, sorry it had to be me.
What had to be you?
That's just it, he didn't say. But he did say I'd find out, like your father did.
I don't like this, Tom.
Nor do I. Let's go up and see what we can find out. But don't say anything about the money, all right?
All right.
Well, where are we, Duffy?
Not far now.
It seems to be taking longer than usual.
No doubt your father does it in record time.
There's no hurry, is there? I mean, we've got all day, haven't we?
You're in no rush to get back, are you?
Why should I be?
Well, I just thought you might be. You're banking or something.
Banking? What made you say that?
Well, it was just a thought. I mean, there's no need to jump down my throat.
Well, I don't know why you had to say that. Today's Saturday. The banks are closed on Saturday.
Ah, so they are.
I seem to have left my pipe down in the cabin. Tom, take the tiller, please.
I'll get your pipe, Mr. Duffy.
No, that won't be necessary. Just keep her on the right course this time.
I wonder what he's up to now.
I don't know. Why did he jump at you like that?
Oh, he's very touchy about thanks. Suddenly, I'm not so keen about going fishing.
That's it.
What's what?
Remember, he said to be sure to keep the boat on course. Well, suppose we don't. Suppose we turn round. At least we'll be heading for the island instead of into the middle of nowhere.
Good idea. I'll take over. Hey, wait a minute. Look out there.
Well, what is it?
The surf breaking on the rocks.
I see it, but what does it mean?
It means that that's a part of the reef just off the mainland. We're nowhere near the fishing grounds.
It means that when he said I was off course.
It was just his excuse to alter our course.
But why? Why would he do such a thing?
The money, of course. What do you think?
I'm going down to see what he's doing.
You do that. I'll turn us home.
Got your pipe all right, Mr. Duffy? I thought we'd have some sandwiches before we started fishing. Otherwise, I'll be eating them raw.
I'm disappointed in you, Tom. I didn't think you'd snoop.
Snoop? Mr. Duffy, how do you mean?
Don't you start trying to make a fool of me, Tom. Everyone else has, but I'm proving they're wrong. By this time, Mr. Harmon will have found out what a mistake he made in underestimating me. And the next one to find out will be that snooty son of his.
Just what are you trying to do, Mr. Duffy? Have you really taken Mr. Harmon's money?
So you have been snooping. That was a slip, wasn't it, Tom?
No, it wasn't. I'm just interested to know this brilliant plan of yours to out with the Harmons.
I warn you, Tom. Don't ever make fun of me.
But I'm not, Mr. Duffy.
No, you're not. I like you, Tom. It was that stuck-up Harmon boy that was doing all the snooping, wasn't it? Not you.
Nobody did any snooping, Mr. Duffy. The case fell open and we couldn't help seeing the money. Don't do it, Mr. Duffy. It's not worth it.
Don't do it, you say. For years I've planned this. For years I've suffered Harmon's insults. Do this, Duffy. Do that, Duffy. Good old Duffy. I've worked and I've planned for the day how good old Duffy would make Mr. Harmon see things my way. And I'd give him the surprise of his life.
I understand. If you didn't like working for the Harmons, why not just leave?
And get another job working for another Mr. Harmon? The world is full of Harmons, Tom. No, this way is much better.
Why is it much better? You'll only end up in jail?
That's where you underestimate me, Tom, just like all the others. But I'm not the silly old Duffy they all think. I've planned this to the minutest detail. Nothing can go wrong now.
And this is your first mistake.
I'm very sorry you did that, Tom. I thought you understood.
I do understand, Mr. Duffy. I do. Pep! Look out, he's coming! Pep!
Well, how are my two young friends?
Why are you doing this, Duffy?
Hasn't Tom explained, Master Philip? And it's Mr. Duffy to you. When we get to the mainland, I intend leaving you in this cabin.
Locked in?
Yes, locked in, Master Harmon. But don't upset yourself. Someone will hear you.
What hope do you think you have of getting away?
Well, it won't hurt to tell you now. I have a friend waiting on the mainland. We'll go to Brisbane in his car, and then... who knows?
Has it ever occurred to you that Mr. Harmon might get worried, might alert the police?
I doubt it. Your father, Philip, can't leave where he is, bound hand and foot on the floor of his office.
Why, you...
That won't help.
Nothing can help you now. You can't even buy your way out of this, little rich boy.
Why do you hate me, Duffy? I always thought we were friends.
How many times do I have to tell you it's Mr. Duffy? Say it. Go on, say it.
Mr. Duffy.
Louder.
Mr. Duffy.
Good. Remember that. I'll let you know when we're near the mainland.
Mr. Duffy, don't take the money. When we reach the mainland, let us out. We'll return the money to Mr. Harmon and nothing more will be said.
I thought you said you understood, Tom. Nothing can make me give up that money. With it, I'm a new George Duffy. All the years of being part of the furniture are over. All the plans and dreams I've had for this day have become a fact. Only a miracle can stop me now.
Oh, miracle's what we need.
Not quite. I can just get out of this cabin.
What good would that do? You're a small boy, it's a small ship, and he's a big man.
Just the same, I'm going to try. Got to shoot a newspaper?
Not newspaper. Wait a minute, there might be something in this ship. Here we are. Is it a plan of some kind?
Might work. It's an old trick I've seen on television. What I need is something to poke the key out of the keyhole down into the paper. Now, wish me luck.
It doesn't matter, Tom.
Except that Mr. Duffy will know we've been trying.
What's that matter? His birds haven't flown.
I know. But I have a feeling if we anger him too much, he may not be content with leaving us locked up in here. He may try something more drastic.
I just thought I'd let you know that the coast is in sight. And boys, stop trying to make a fool of me. I know you've been trying to get the key, but don't try again, because I have it.
Switchboard. Number, please.
I can see the mainland. Stop that tapping, Tom. It's driving me cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Crazy. Pip, you're going to throw a fit.
What? What are you talking about?
Of course, why didn't we think of it before? If you threw a fit, he'd have to unlock the door, come in, then I could run out. No good. You'd still be in here.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not a bad idea. Last year I was very sick. Duffy helped race me to hospital. Suddenly it could strike again.
Oh, Good boy. He comes in. We run.
No. The key. He's got the key.
Leave the key to me. We haven't got much time. Get those tarpaulins quickly.
What do you want that for?
There, you. Come on. You keep watch.
Switchboard. Mr. Hammond, are you all right?
Help!
I'll send someone up.
Hurry up.
Now, you get down there and don't move till he's in the room. Remember, if he catches us tricking him again, there's no telling what he may do.
Well, I'm ready.
All right, make it good. This is our last chance. Now, start moaning in agony. Mr. Duffy! Help! Mr. Duffy!
What's going on in there?
It's Pip, Mr. Duffy. He's making an awful noise.
Well, what's the matter with him?
He won't say. He just keeps on making this noise. He was in hospital once, you know.
I'd be very angry if I thought you were tricking me, Tom.
You can hear him for yourself, Mr. Duffy. And if anything happened to him while he was locked in here, you'd be held responsible.
All right, Tom. I'm coming in.
What's he doing?
Breaking down the door?
He couldn't.
It's not much of a door.
Poor Duffy. If he'd only known.
Known what, Dad?
That he was really thought of as part of the family. I didn't tell you, Pip. I didn't in case it fell through. But I bought another hotel on an island north of the Cape. I'd intended putting Duffy in charge.
Swell, Duffy.
Hasn't your experience taught you to have more respect for other people's feelings, Pip?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad, it has, yeah. You see, I really liked him, too.
I know, son. So did I. Well, perhaps we can help him a little at his trial. Does that make you feel better, Tom?
Much better, sir.
Well, come on. Let's off to the catch and get on with the fishing.